see. Swipe to the right. There we go. Comments and actions. Hi, Bishop. Let me see. Right. Let's see if Mr. Marshall is on. Hey guys, how are you? Hey, Bishop. So we have kind of like an exclusive interview tonight with Mr. John Marshall Jones. I don't know if you guys remember him or not, but he's a celebrity actor. He was the dad of the Smart Guy, and also he's on Bounce TV now. Let me just make sure I get this right. And it's called In the Cut. So, let's see if he's on. Let me see. So who else is visiting with me? So we got this exclusive interview. He's going to be interviewing with us, will be my guest. I'm going to give him a couple minutes to join in. Hi, Bishop. I miss you. Hi, Maurice Melson. We got a celebrity actor that will be on tonight with me. His name is John Marshall Jones. Like I was saying, I don't know if Teresa. I don't know if everyone remembers him, but he is the actor that was Smart Guy's dad. Did anybody remember Smart Guy? So he should be chiming in just a bit, I hope. He's now on Bounce TV, In the Cut. He's playing with some renowned actors on that show as well, so you guys can check him out there. So let's see if he is actually visiting with me yet. Not yet. So let's see. Let me see if I can invite him. Let's search for him. John Marshall Jones. Let's invite him. So, I just invited him, and let's see if he'll chime in and maybe get him on the line so he can talk about his new project he's got going on called, if I'm not mistaken, let me just make sure that I am correct, The Last Revolutionary. And this looks like it's going to be a hot movie. He's Marla Gibbs in there. I don't know the other gentleman's name, but he's also, let me see if he's on. Let's see. Hi, DJ Stretch. How are you? Hi, Keena. Hi, Romello. Let's see. Maurice. Tamara Simmons. Hey, girl. Carmelita. How are you, Carmelita? So, yeah. So, we're going to be chatting with John Marshall Jones, celebrity actor. Once he gets on here, maybe he can get on and tell us about his new show he's got going on. So you guys, and it's actually geared to what's going on in America right now. It's pretty cool. So I think he'd have some good insight, some good informative information to give us all. So I'm just trying to wait to give him a couple more minutes to get on so we can go ahead and talk about his new movie. And be my guest, talk with Shay. So this is gonna be pretty cool. So I can't wait till he gets on here. So what's up with you guys? What y'all been doing? Taryn Chambers. Hi, how are you? Bishop says The Last Revolutionary stars as an executive producer. John Marshall Jones is starting as an executive producer. This is going to be pretty cool. I'm actually really excited to see this new movie. So we're going to give him a few more minutes to chime in so we can do this live interview with him. Hi, Stephanie Wilson, Johnny Cage. Hey, guys. Thank you guys for chiming in. It's going to be a really cool interview with, as I said before. Hi, Charles Patterson. Do your thing, young lady. I see you. I see you, too. Talking about his new movie, The Last Revolutionary. So I am really excited about this. I'm just waiting, kind of trying to kill some time here for him to kind of get on and talk and see what's going on and what life got planned for him and stuff like that. So I am trying to wait a little bit. So tell me what's been going on with you guys. I'm talking to Valerie to see what's up. Cool beans. Hi, T. Little Nick guy. How are you? How's Atlanta treating you? We're just talking about John Marshall Jones, the celebrity actor that used to be, he's playing on Smart Guy. Do you remember the movie Smart Guy? And he was the Smart Guy, which was Tia and Tamir's little brother. It was his dad. So we're going to be talking with him tonight, and seeing what's going on. Thank God I have somebody to advocate for me in the background. So we're going to be talking about his new movie. It's called The Last Revolutionary. He is also on Bounce TV, and it's called The Cut or In the Cut. Let me just make sure I don't want to. It's called In the Cut. It's on Bounce TV, and they just picked up a second season. So that's exciting. That's very exciting for them. There's a bunch of actors in there that we all know. I can't place them by their real name because I'm just not good at that. But it's called In the Cut, and it's on Bounce TV. You guys remember, I think, what's her name? Okay, so you guys remember Moesha. What was his name? The Professor. Okay, so the Professor is in the Cut. And also want to say Bernie Mac's wife, when Bernie Mac had his show. I don't know, I remember. But anyway, this new series on the Bounce is really cool. So Teresa, what'd you come up with? Anyway, so I'm just trying to kill some time, guys, and just, hey, Daryl J. Jones, and see what's going on with Mr. John Marshall Jones. We're trying to see what's going on with him and giving him some time to chime in, and so we can go ahead and start our chat. So Gerald said the general theme of The Last Revolutionary, the black folk need to plan for a better future by being proactive and not always reactive. And I totally agree. And Mr. Marshall, John Marshall, is going to touch on that. And I believe that's what his new movie is based upon at this time. So he's going to have some very good insights, some very informative information. And we all should go to support our black people and go support this movie when it does come out. So, yeah, we're just sitting here waiting and chatting with you all. I'm glad to see everybody. Yeah, so we're going to give him a few more minutes. Teresa, did you come up with anything? To see if he'll come on and we can start our chat. Other than that, what's been up with y'all? Well, so I do have an announcement. Be My Guest, Season 2. There he is. Okay. So, fighting. Let's see what's going on. So, he's being invited as we speak. But anyway, when he comes on, while we're inviting him to come on, some new stuff is going on with Be My Guest. We're starting to film Season 2 for Be My Guest. We're starting in Charlotte, North Carolina. So that's exciting. So I think Mr. Marshall is having some camera issues. Let's give him a few more minutes. It's just saying inviting. Maybe it's a little slow. Yeah, so anyway, so Be My Guest Season 2. Hey, it's going down. So we will be at the gala next week, at the gala, the Black Tire Fair, hosted by Our Youth Matters, and they were one of my very first shows that I did last year. So that was cool. So I think he's having an answer from the live video guest. So I think he's having some technical difficulties with this camera. So I'm gonna give him a few more minutes. But anyway, so Season 2 will be starting. Yes. Next week we're going to be covering that Black Tie Affair. So I encourage everybody, if you don't have a ticket, please get your tickets. It is going to be awesome. We're going to have some politicians, not everybody's pretty much a politician in this event. Stanley Beard is going to be providing the music. WRAL, WTVD will be there. Be My Guest Talk with Shay will be on the red carpet. Okay. So, of course, this is a black tie event hosted by Our Youth Matters. None other than our own CEO of Our Youth Matters, Robert Mitchner. So shout out to Robert. He's doing a good job with putting this event together. So I'm very, very, very impressed and very honored to be a part of this event. And you guys come out and support Our Youth Matters. It's for the kids. And come stay on the red carpet. And, you know, everybody love to be on the camera. Everybody love to be on the mic, and come and get on your mic and do your thing. And so we're just going to have some good eats and networking. So we need to network. And that's pretty the biggest thing. So that I recommend everyone doing. Yeah, I think Mr. Marshall is having some technical difficulties with this camera. So you guys stay tuned. Give me a minute. And I will probably see you soon in your city. If you have an extraordinary story, if you have a small business, if you own a small business, if you are a poet, if you are an author, if you are an indie artist, if you are a singer. I went to Atlanta last month to Two Chainz Restaurants Escobar and had an interview there and did some wonderful interviews there as well. So, I mean, this platform is for everybody. It's not just for celebrity guests. We're going to have a whole host of new guests, some celebrities on season 2. Season 2 is going to be bigger and better. We're going to be doing it live. We're going to have our very first show live. So we got some big stuff going on for season 2. So if you would like to be a guest on the show, please go to the website, www.BeMyGuestTalkWithShay.com, or you can visit the YouTube channel, Be My Guest Talk with Shay, or you can go to the Be My Guest Talk with Shay Facebook page, or you can go to my personal page, Shay Williams. I'm also on Instagram at Shay Shore Events. So, you guys, there's so many ways to be on the show, so don't hesitate to reach out to me and tell me your story. And, you know, when you get on that website, please submit your bio so my production assistant can go through them thoroughly and we can pick the best. And everybody's a star, though, so just remember that. So we can pick the one that fits for the show. So just because you don't get on this show doesn't mean you won't get on the next season. So like I said, my motto is everyone's a star. You missed a beautiful gala we had 2 weeks ago, and we had some really, 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 really awesome entrepreneurs in the house. So Johnson Marshall back again. Let's see if I can invite him one more time. So let's see. I am inviting him once again, and let's see. And it says we're inviting him. He might be having still some technical difficulties with his camera. Could be, it's a possibility. But if it doesn't work tonight, you know, it doesn't matter, because we'll get him again. And we're going to get a story out there. We got to talk about the new Revolutionary. I mean, I think this is going to be an awesome movie.
Shay!
Hi! How are you? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. You're looking great. Well, hey, everybody. He's here. We've been waiting for you, Mr. Jones. Can you hear me?
Oh,
okay?
My God. All this technology.
I know, right? Are you keeping up?
Say that again?
I said, are you keeping up? Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
I am keeping up. I am keeping up. I was just trying my best to get my phone to accept all this new technology, and I think I'm going to have to upgrade.
You may have to. You have to keep up. So tell me what's going on with you. What's new?
So, I'm heading down to Atlanta next week to screen The Last Revolutionary, which is my new film that I executive produced. And we're going to be at the Bronze Lens Film Festival at the Westin Peachtree Hotel downtown on August 26th, which is a week from Saturday at 11:45 a.m. We're very excited about not only the Bronze Lens Film Festival, but an opportunity to share our film and our vision with an audience down in Atlanta. We're pretty sure they're going to love it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Can we get a little synopsis? Can we get a little, just a paragraph about where this show is going to take us and kind of what it's covering? Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Sure. The Last Revolutionary is about two former Black Panthers, one who's become a modern day suburban conservative, and the other who is still living in the same apartment, wearing the same outfit from 1972. The apartment is filled with weapons, and he's peeking out the windows, wondering why the revolution hadn't started yet.
Wow.
He's gotten so agitated about it that he started calling all his former compatriots to tell them it's time for us to take it back to the streets like we said we would. But those guys are now doctors and judges and grandfathers, and they're not going back out to the streets. So they call the conservative suburbanite, which is the role that I play, and say, hey, he was your boy back in the day. You got to go talk him down.
Wow. Wow, that sounds like it was a lot of fun filming that.
It was a lot of fun, and really the main conversation here is about trying to figure out a path of what we want to do as African Americans. What is the path for Black America at this point? You know, we have a lot of reaction to what's happening to us, but I haven't heard a plan articulated for what we should be doing. What are we going to do over the next 10 years? What are we going to do in years 10 to 20 so that we have a cohesive plan of how we're going to behave? Because if you don't have a plan, well, you could end up anywhere. It's like driving someplace without a map. If you don't know where you're going, you could end up anywhere.
That's right. That's right. So do you have any suggestions?
Well, my thought is that we got to keep it simple. And it should be something that's probably in 3 steps. And I think that the 3 steps are to develop our banks, our schools, and our churches. Because if your banks, your schools, and your churches are out of order, there's no way your community can be in order. Absolutely. So starting with the banks, we could do something like drop a dime, which is to say, encourage Black folks over the next 10 years to take 10% of your money and deposit it in your local Black bank, which is something I've started already. Black folks spend $1.3 trillion a year in the economy, but we only have $4 billion in all the Black banks combined. So if we were to take 10% of that 1.3 trillion and yearly hold it in a Black bank as a savings account, or your IRA, or your 401k, or wherever it is that you put money that you don't really move, if we put that in a Black bank, that would be trillions of dollars of money infused into Black banks that could then be infused into the Black community. So you don't actually have to live in the community to have a tremendous effect on the community if you're willing to put your money where the community can use it. So that's one thing. As far as our schools are concerned, my thought would be that we have to start at an elementary level, because they're passing our children by law. They have to keep passing them. They can only flunk them once. So there are kids that are graduating from 6th grade that can't read at a 2nd grade level. So I think that we as men need to put ourselves back into the schools, even if it's 1 or 2 days a week after school, with a hooked on phonics and a hooked on math. And we make it our commitment that every child that graduates from 6th grade will be able to read and do math at a 6th grade level over a 10-year period. That is the eradication of illiteracy. The eradication of illiteracy will diminish the prison population by a lot. 80% of the people that are in prison now are illiterate. So if you eradicate illiteracy, you take them out of the flow of going to prison.
Right.
And I think finally that to reinvigorate our churches by the churches becoming hubs of community activities and replacing what used to be community centers. So since we don't have community centers anymore, if we can get the churches to open their doors and to give that space to community activities where kids don't have to be on the street, they can come into the church for a volunteer art class or volunteer dance class or volunteer yoga class or, you know, or something on that level where people get used to the idea of going to church for comfort on days that aren't Sunday. And once we have reestablished the church as a community center, then you can start to infuse culture into the people that are coming in the church. We can develop common culture again because they'll see why they should be going to church rather than just showing up on Sunday and doing whatever they want for the rest of the week.
Agreed. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I think that's some very informative information that I was hearing. You know, you talk to so many different people all the time. You know, and my question to you was, what do you suggest? Because everybody have all these ideas but don't have any suggestions. So you being a black man, and a man of your caliber and in the industry, I really wanted to get your take on that.
Well, I definitely think that that we're at the point now where we need to stop talking about what the problems are, and we need to formulate a plan that we can all follow.
Absolutely.
And we've been waiting on the NAACP and, you know, these different organizations that are supposed to be leaders in our community to articulate a plan, but they're still at the point of reaction. And listen, we need people to react and defend us in these different social situations like what's going on out here. But we also need a plan. We can't be limited to being reactionary because that's allowing somebody else to pull your strings and determine what you're going to do. So we need to develop a plan. And The Last Revolutionary is our way, all of the filmmakers, of putting it out on the table that it's time for us to begin to articulate a plan and move forward. And we'll be in Atlanta on August 26th at 11:45 a.m. at the Westin Peachtree Hotel in the Bronze Lens Film Festival. It's going to be a great thing.
Wonderful. So everybody, if you can get out there, August 26th, I wish I could be there, but I'm hosting a political event that same weekend, that same day, actually. So, but I would have been there to support you and that particular movement, and I wish you all the best. Can you give us some information about Bounce TV? How's that going? I see you guys got picked up for a second season.
We're actually picked up for season number 4. Thank you for Thank you very much. Yeah.
Sorry.
And it's going great.
Wonderful.
No, it's great. You know, working with Dorian Wilson, Kalita Smith, Kenny Lawson. You guys know them from the Parkers and from the Bernie Mac show. I feel very, very fortunate to be able to share the screen with them. And the executive producer is Bentley Evans, who was involved in Martin and Jamie Foxx. And so it's an old school multi-camera comedy with lots of laughs and lots of people who like each other but don't always get along, but they get it resolved. It's a great piece. I'm really happy about it.
Awesome. And so when is that going to start? Is it airing right now?
It is airing right now, Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. on Bounce TV.
Okay, wonderful. So August 26th.
So you can get us if you have Spectrum, which.
Right.
Oh, go ahead.
We have Spectrum here. So you'll be in Atlanta, talking about The Last Revolutionary, August the 26th. When does that movie come out? Do you have an expected
Right
date?
now, we're doing the festival circuit.
Okay.
And so what we're doing is we're waiting for the right distribution situation. We've had a couple of offers, but they weren't the right situation.
Okay.
And, you know, when you have content like this, you want to make sure that the people are going to get a chance to see it.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, sometimes you have to say no to the money so that you can wait to get the right situation.
That's right. It's not all about the money. I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
No, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I've been a big fan since I was yay high, so I'm very
And
excited.
to you, and thank you for being so patient.
Oh, not a problem. I understand technology. So yeah, I remember.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, and I'm coming to understand it myself.
Yeah, it's something, and it's getting different every day. So I wish you the best. I can't wait till the movie comes out. I will be there supporting the Last Revolutionary. You have a good trip in Atlanta. Please don't hesitate to stop by my page and say hello sometimes. You know, if you're in North Carolina, please don't hesitate to stop by my show, be my guest talk with Shay, and come to the studio and come chat with me sometime. That would be great.
We will reach back out to you again for show.
Yes, sir. It's such a pleasure. You have a good night, okay? God bless. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.